Part 2 of the MacDhui pass covers the second part of the ascent from the 2.1 kilometer point to the 3.2 kilometer mark. If you intend driving this pass, it's important to watch Part 1 first, which includes the Google Earth orientation clips as well as other important information pertaining to tourism and safety. With the heading back into the northeast, the third switchback climbs steadily for 150 meters to reach the third hairpin at the 2.3 kilometer mark at an altitude of 2,851 meters. The right-handed hairpins appear to be less sharp than the left-hand ones, but this is an optical illusion and appears this way due to the driver sitting on the right-hand side of the vehicle. If you're lucky enough to get to drive this pass during the winter season, you'll have a perfect view at each of the right-hand hairpins of skiers and snowboarders whizzing down the ski slope. During spring, summer and autumn, Tiffin Dell becomes one of the best off-the-beaten-track adventure lands in South Africa. Activities include high-altitude hiking, mountain biking, grass skiing, mountain boarding, photography, rock art, birding, some of South Africa's best fly fishing, quad biking, and the famous 8 passes route for motorcyclists and 4x4s. Tiffin Dell is known internationally as the unique alpine flowers bring flora enthusiasts from 4 corners of the world. The fourth switchback is a repeat of the second one with a northwesterly heading, once again turning away from the ski slope at the 2.5 kilometer mark. From this vantage point, you can enjoy a high-altitude perspective to the south of the deep valley carved out by the Knoppieshoekspruit. This small but often powerful river works its way southwards and forms a confluence with the Bell River about 7 kilometers northeast of Rhodes. The fifth switchback is a bit longer than the others and heads northeast again to reach the fifth hairpin at the 2.8 kilometer mark at an altitude of 2,902 meters. This is also the sharpest of the 5 hairpins with a turning radius of 170 degrees. Tiffin Dell claims to be the highest resort in South Africa at an altitude of 2,720 meters. Here you can go mountain biking down the Knoppieshoekspruit Road or take a hike to Telly Falls. If you've come here to do some fly fishing for the beautiful rainbow trout, make sure you first get your permit in Rhodes. Tiffin Dell offers ski lifts, a restaurant, a ski shop and a ski school, and snowboarding during the winter months. The final switchback lasts for 200 meters, where an intersection appears at the 3 kilometer mark. Ignore the left-hand option, which leads to a ski lift pylon, and take the right-hand option. The track is slow, rutted and bumpy here, so drive with due care. Within 100 meters, a fence appears dead ahead behind a T-junction. This fence unofficially marks the border with Lesotho, although the actual border according to the map is about 3 kilometers further north. Again, you should ignore the left-hand option and turn right here, following the fence all the way to the summit, which is still some distance away. From this point, the gradients are much easier, but the surface of the track deteriorates. This final section is not really a road, but rather a vague 2-spur track. The track traverses flat sections of hard rock interspersed with loose stones and gravel. Most of this upper section, which heads directly into the east, is marked by stone cairns, which can be very useful in terms of remaining on the track in cloudy or low visibility conditions. If you do get lost, always look for the fence, which will be on your left whilst ascending, and it's never more than 100 meters from the track. The gradients along this upper ridge section are generally around 1 in 20, but there are 3 distinct sections where the track steps up to a higher level each time. Each of these short climbs presents its own technical difficulties. The main issue is that the driver cannot see the road or know where to turn next. If you have a passenger, ask them to guide you up and over these obstacles. Whilst the stone cairns are a bit of a help, they cannot replace a person guiding you. If you're alone, rather get out of your vehicle and examine the obstacle on foot first before proceeding. Although there's only a half a kilometer remaining to the summit, it's important to keep concentration levels high as there are still 2 tricky obstacles to clear. Be sure to watch parts 3, 4 and 5 of this record-breaking pass.